What's good, fam? This your main man, KCPL, King Self for Life, rest of the takes. Now, I told y'all I'm not really able to keep up with NXT because I don't have the CW network, but I did look at a clip or two, and it was concerning the main event. So I do know about the main event going into Stand and Deliver. And Michaels is actually allowing us to be in the main event again. This time it is Oba Finney versus Trick Williams versus the young man Javon Evans, who has been on a somewhat big man run right now. Like the rise of this young man is, you know, like from what I've been from watching from afar, when I was able to keep up with the show last year before they left USA Network, young man has been doing his thing. And so Shawn Michaels tried to pull a can they coexist nonsense. I mean, that pro wrestling, that's all they know is can they coexist. They went against some new Shield squad. The only dude I know in the group is the cat that was rocking the glass. Like he'll come out there with the glasses on, then they'll pull him off to wrestle. Like that was on. I forgot his name, but he in the group. It's like they got their own version. Like it's like a mix of Nexuses and the Shield or whatever. Well, they've been terrorizing NXT right now, and so Michaels had them go against them. But you already knew some bull jobs was going to happen. Oba Finney and Trick too busy messing with each other, throwing one another into each other, and started fighting each other. And Evans like, bro, we got a match to win. We can beef and stand and deliver. Right now, we trying to win the match. Nope, them clowns had to be pulled off. They left. So Evans in there trying to get the job done, and obviously you knew it was gonna happen. Evans didn't win, and them whatever they call themselves, they beat the brakes off of him. They destroyed the man, and they were standing over his body. And then right before the show went off the air, my man Stacks, aka Don Tony's brother, popped on the screen and said, "You want to mess with the family? You see, you done got yourself into some serious problems by messing with us," or something like that. So I don't, like I said, I haven't been watching the show. I haven't. So like I said, I don't really know about what's really going on. Like I said, for the people who keep up with NXT, y'all hit the comment section up. Y'all tell me about, you know, what's really going on and everything and all that stuff. And, you know, but I am watching Stand and Deliver. No cap. I'm watching it. But yeah, that's pretty much like what I know what's going on. Outside of that, I really don't know, because like I said, I'm not able to keep up. And also, I'm going to address this one final time, because I'm tired of talking about it. So at NXT, obviously, you know they're going to ride with their major buck dancer, Booker T. They was chanting F Swerve. Ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all a long time ago, all of this foolishness is on that fool Vlad. Vlad got exactly what he wanted. Discord among quote-unquote black Fed and AEW fans. And then you sprinkle everybody else in the middle, because obviously you know they're going to ride for whoever they ride for. But I knew what was to come. I knew the moment that interview dropped, feathers was going to be ruffled. And it's sad that, like I said, it comes down to fools just basically ride for one tap dancer over another. It is the whole thing is like I said, it's a conversation that we, when I say we, I'm talking about foundational black Americans, because basically this is a beef between foundational black Americans. Booker T is a foundational black American. Regardless of how much we call him a coon, he is a foundational black American. But the problem is, he has sold out for the bag, and he has sold out to Triple H and them. He's going to shuck and jive for them forever. Now, as for as for Swerve, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, maybe Swerve probably shouldn't have said that during that time, because he know fools are going to be recording, and he know that the moment he mentioned anybody that's not working in AEW, fans are going to go nuts, and that's exactly what happened. But like I said, this whole thing is on DJ Vlad. DJ Vlad knew exactly what he was doing. Like I said, Vlad don't give a dang. He don't give a dang about it. Vlad been making money off of us forever. Dude is the feds. He's a I think he's Russian if I'm not mistaken. But dude, he been cosplaying and culture vulturing off our culture forever, man. It don't make no dang sense. Like I say, DJ Vlad, man, I'm like, it is what it is on that. But like I said, everybody laughing at the F Swerve chants. I'm like, what's funny? Ain't nothing funny about that. Just like wasn't nothing funny when Swerve said F Booker T. Ain't nothing funny about that either. I don't, like I said, cats gonna ride for, they either gonna be shucking the jobbing for one over another. I'm like, I'm not here to do that. I'm not. I'm like, the whole thing is I told y'all it's about house versus field. That's basically what it's come down to. It's house versus field. The plot from what the original whole talking points have been completely lost because this is a old school wrestler versus a young school wrestler. Both of them just so happen to be foundational Black American. And for whatever reasons, fans are going to pick a side because they either going to be shucking and jiving for one over the other. That's basically what it's come down to. And it's unfortunate, but like I said, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm done talking about it. I just said my piece. You know, fools going to be online, buck dancing and getting their white supremacy on, talking to, I'm like, not me. I didn't spoke my piece on it, and I said what I had to say. If you agree with me, you agree with me. If you disagree, oh well, that's just how it is. Because like I said, that's what it's come down to. Everybody and their mama know what the whole situation is. People talk about Swerve is bitter. Like, no, look at man, let me tell you something. The man wanted to be, look, Swerve actually wanted to be a WWE guy. But for whatever reason, Triple H and them, like I said, if you ain't shucking and jiving enough, Triple H ain't even gonna give you the time of day. He's just not gonna give you the time of day. Like, you really had to get the buck dancing for Triple H in order to push it. Like, real talk, you really had to be one of them. I dance for massa. That's basically, if you want to move up in Triple H's world, you got to get like that. You got to really be seriously cutting the jig in order to move up. And you know, for whatever reason, it didn't work out. It did not work out. Everybody know about the Hit Row stuff. Everybody know about Hit Row. It said Swerve was the glue piece to that group. Swerve was the glue piece to that group. Top Dollar, him, Ashanti, and B-Fab. You know, but it's done. Swerve is the man at AEW right now. Now, I know everybody crying about how he being booked right now, but I'm like, I told y'all from the jump what was finna happen. That's why I didn't get my hopes up. I'm like, I'm not finna get my hopes up because I already know. I know how. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Look, Tony Khan, just because foundational Black Americans are in AEW don't mean nothing. We're there. Great. It took 5+ years for us to finally start doing something. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. I remember when the Young Bucks and all of them first got started, and they had the nerve to put a Goofy Man picture up top about we're not like the other company. I said, then how come it took y'all 5 dang years for us to finally start looking like we matter in that company? That's what I said, man. People think I'm gonna get the tap dancing for Tony Khan. You out of your dang mind. Tony Khan, just like Triple H, just because we won the AEW World Championship over there, don't mean Tony Khan ain't like Triple H. I say that. What do you think I mean when I say both of them is one and the same? I'm keeping it 100% with y'all, man. Listen. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. We're there. We're on the show. But what the clown are we doing that matters? Outside of Swerve. Outside of Mercedes. And a lot of people ain't feeling what Mercedes is doing right now. You see what I'm saying? It took 5 years before they actually allowed Private Party to win the tag team titles. Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we going there. We going there. We are going there because this somebody got to say something. Somebody got to actually tell you what is really going on. Because see, and a lot of Fed fans, and when we say Fed, we talk about WWE hardcores. A lot of them, I told you, they got resentment for Swerve because a lot of them think Swerve is a coon based off of, I'm gonna tell you this, not just the song he had put out, but a while back, you know they always be putting out the top wrestlers, the PWI, I think whatever it's called, but it's the top. And something's happened over here because they blocked the streets off or something like that. Hold on, I'm trying to see. Hold on, pardon me, y'all, because I'm trying to see something right quick. So forgive me for stopping in the middle of what I'm speaking on. I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see if they're gonna have us reroute us. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to see something right quick. Hold on. Oh, it was an accident. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. What's my man's Reggie Righteous and them? They put a PWI best black wrestlers top 500 or something like that. So they got resentment towards Swerve because they was sitting up there talking about when Swerve was, I guess he was saying something, I don't know. I tried to listen to it and I was like, y'all tripping about that? Y'all literally tripping about that? And then, like I said, the whole point of him being in AEW and all that stuff, I'm like, y'all, so this is what y'all holding resentment towards him for? And right now, I'm talking about the black wrestling fans right now. I'm not even talking about everybody. I'm just talking about the black wrestling fans. They be something here shucking and jabbing for WWE all day. They, like I said, they got so much resentment towards Swerve, it don't even make no sense. And a lot of them, like I said, they think he phony. They think he a coon. I'm like, but you over here tap dancing for Booker T, who we all know how he move. It make it make sense, man. Like, just make it make sense. I'm serious, y'all. That's why I said it comes down, like I said, it comes down to house versus field mindset. That's basically what it comes down to. And DJ Vlad was the starter kick. That was the starter kick. DJ Vlad knew what was to come. He knew the fools were gonna be going back and forth. He know how this stuff worked. So that's why I said, man, I'm like, it is what it is. If NXT fans feel a certain way about Swerve, okay, fine. AEW fans feel a certain way about Booker T, fine. I'm like, I just said my piece on it. I'm done with it. So if there's anything else that come up, I'm not even gonna say nothing about it because I didn't say way too much. Like I said, this is a conversation for us, by us, what we need to be having amongst one another, because it's a jacked up situation that we done found ourselves in due to how pro wrestling was from the jump. Because you got to remember, we as foundational black Americans weren't really supposed to be in pro wrestling. You got to go way back to when stuff first started. Then once we started to get in there, you already knew, like, okay, these cats are just as good as the other cats. But you already knew the only way you could move up, you got to get the little stereotypical gimmicks. You got to do all the buck dance. You got to do all the little sellout stuff. The Sambo. See, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to break this down. So a lot of people don't understand. People always want to call people Uncle Tom. I said, no, Uncle Tom was actually the good dude. It's the Sambo. People don't understand. Sambo was the one who was the hardcore coon that was doing his best to work with Master to try to take out other foundational black Americans back in the day. It wasn't Uncle Tom. That's why people got it twisted. People got the whole Uncle Tom Sambo thing completely twisted. That's why I say fools acting like a dang Sambo. I don't say Uncle Tom. Listen, man, this whole thing, it's so deep. It's so rooted in slavery and so much demonic crap that today's wrestling fan, we so brainwashed by what we've been given that we're not really looking at the real true big picture. We so caught up on AEW versus WWE, but we're not really looking at what's the real deal. We're not. And it takes somebody like B coming on here actually giving the real bold-faced truth about the real situation. Because outside of cats like wrestling with racism, and you might hear something about this on King Mike's show, but we the only ones that's gonna really say what's really needs to be said about this. Everybody else gonna either bull jive their way around it, they gonna take one side or the other. No, it's like I said, man, it is what it is, man. I spoke my piece on it. I've said what I said 1,000,000 times on it. It's ain't nothing like people laughing. There's nothing funny about them saying F Swerve over in NXT, and there wasn't nothing funny about Swerve saying F Booker T, and nothing funny about that. There is absolutely nothing funny. Nothing. I don't find this funny at all. This is a serious situation right now. And it's going over, the whole thing went over so many people's heads because we are stamping the flag for one company over the other. We gonna shuck and jive for AEW, or we either gonna get the buck dancing for WWE. No. That's why I said I'm done with it. I'm finished with it. I said what I had to say. If any other foolishness come out, Booker T start bull jabbing again, I'm like, it is what it is. I'm at this point, I'm over. I said what I had to say. Y'all got the real out of me. I'm telling you what it is, so you know where I stand on the whole situation. I'm like, it is what it is, man. Anyway, we got freaking Dynamite tonight. Whatever TK and them gonna try to tell about this foolishness, this crap that we stuck with. I told y'all we stuck with Moxie, those silly stuff. We stuck with Moxie for until July. So Tony Khan and them got to make sense of this. Why the Young Bucks align themselves with that man? Why? Like it's so much that we got to really understand, but or they're gonna at least try to make us understand it or whatever. But I'm like, it is what it is, man. So. Anyway, y'all already know what to do. This is a very serious, deep conversation that must be had. Hit the comment section up. Tell me what your thoughts on everything I had to say. Where you stand on this whole thing. And like I said, we got to move forward, ladies and gentlemen. We got to move forward. Like I said, it is what it is. Like I said, Swerve going on Vlad knowing exactly what was to come, because that's who he is. He likes this discord among us. He love it. Us fighting amongst ourselves over something that's so like right in your face, but you want to look past it because you planting the flag for one company over the other. Nah, I can't do that. I can't do that, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, man, this your main man, KCFL, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. I'm out the door. Holla at your boy.